session. This is Sweta Roy, your English Master Teacher at Vedantu. And today we are going to study a beautiful chapter which is quite relevant, I guess, for today. I mean, for the present days. Why? That we will come to know very soon. So the name of the chapter is The Fun They Had, which is from your CBSE Class 9 book. Right. So before moving ahead with the session, let me talk a little bit about the online education that we are providing. And this chapter is, coincidentally about education and about, virtual classrooms. So that we will see when we will move ahead. But yes, the platform that we are providing to you, let's talk a little bit about that. So guys, we have, on the basis of a survey that we conducted, we tried to identify some doubts that you face, some problems I mean that you face. Number one, doubts. Two, notes. Three, tests and assignments. Competitive exams. Choice of schedule. Choice of language. So guys, if you face the same doubts, if you agree with me, then do tell me, do give yes in the chat box right away. Yes. So guys, we have not only tried to identify your problems, we have also come up with a solution for that. So, doubts solved, notes solved, test and assignments solved, competitive exams solved, schedule solved, choice of language solved. All the problems, each and every one is solved by us. How? That will also be told to you right away. First, let me talk about the bonus. Apart from solving the problems, we also have some bonus features to offer to you. First, unlimited live classes. So you are going to get unlimited live classes in our platform. Micro course, crash course, everything. Then the doubts that you have will be solved with personalized attention by master teachers as well as class teachers. And whatever tests we are conducting, we are going to give you a performance report so that the weaker areas, the strong areas will be easily identified by you all and could be easily worked upon, right? So these are some of the bonus features, as well as the doubts, the problems that you have will be always solved, always taken care of. How and what you need to do is visit vdnt.in/ydpro. That is what you need to do. And you need to choose your grade, choose your board, class 10 CBSE or class 9 CBSE, and check out the details. Click on get subscription. You have 3 types of subscription: 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. Right? Now, when you talk about the financially, which will be more suitable and which will be cost friendly, then I would suggest you to go for the 6 months. Financially, that would be cost friendly, right? Because per class you would just need to pay, if you calculate in a roundabout way, maybe 10 rupees or even lesser than that, 7 to 10 rupees per class. Quite affordable, right? So if you apply the coupon code, that is reduced to 10 rupees or 7 rupees, 7 to 10 rupees per class, I would say. You are a better mathematician than me, so you can definitely calculate that. We are giving you the price details right here, so definitely if you calculate, 1 month is going to be 2699. After coupon code, it is going to be 2294. 3 months 6999, after coupon code 5949. 6 months is 11499 and after coupon code 9774. ठीक है बच्चा लोग? So what you need to do is just visit vdnt.in/ytpro and apply the coupon code SWRPRO. These are the amazing features designed just for you, completely student friendly, student centered, because survey was conducted based on the students' needs, right? So आप ही लोग का, like, it's just your needs which has been fulfilled by us. So please do subscribe, and I'm looking forward to see you all very soon in our regular classes, right? So we will have a great interaction in those classes as well as here. So guys, that was about the pro subscription, which I'm sure you are going to very soon, apply for that. So do not miss that opportunity, right? So now we will start talking about the chapter, The Fun They Had, right? So when we look at the title, you can see the fun they had. That means past, not now. Now they are not having the fun. Is it so? So what do you think? What could the story be all about? Who are these they? who are they, and what kind of fun did they have, and what is the fun that they are missing right now. So that is what I guess from the title you can also understand. That is what that story is all about. So let's delve now into the story, the fun they had. Who's the writer? It's Isaac Asimov. And Isaac Asimov is the Russian writer. Okay, and he emigrated to the US along with his family, and he became a professor in biochemistry. He published his first science fiction novel, Pebble in the Sky, and he was an immensely prolific writer who penned nearly 500 books. And specifically, he was writing sci-fi novels like I, Robot, and the Foundation trilogy. So by this, you can easily make out that this is also going to be something related with maybe robots or maybe science and technology. Yes or no? That you can make out, right? So let's explore, let's see what all the story has to tell us. Before moving ahead with the session, as we always begin our session with a beautiful quote relevant to the topic. So this is a quote by Albert Einstein, the famous scientist. And he says, I fear the day that technology will surpass our human interaction. The world will have a generation of idiots. So Albert Einstein, who was a great scientist, talking about the uh, fear from technology. Strange, contrasting, right? So why is he talking about a fear fear which is related to technology? How can technology be fearful? So let's see with the help of this chapter. So in this very session, we are going to analyze the chapter. In the next session, we are going to talk about the theme, character sketch, important question answers, and the last session will be your favorite session, that is memory. So first, let us talk about the setting. Now, this chapter has been set in the future. So it has a futuristic setting. And when is that future? It is set in 2157. Oh my God. Can you imagine? 2157. So it is just 2020, right? Okay. So before beginning with the story, before analyzing the story, let me ask you one simple question which I want all of you to right now comment in the chat box. For example, have you ever thought, for example, you are sitting in front of your screens, maybe laptop or maybe mobile phones, and you see, I am not a human, and you are being taught by a robot. Instead of me speaking, you are just, seeing a robot in front of you, or maybe you do not see anybody. You are just seeing letters moving here and there in the screen, and that is the study material that you have, right? So how would you feel if I am not present? Instead of me, a robotic teacher is present in front of you, or no one is present. It's just the alphabets moving, just like you are having the screen in front of you. Just imagine that the screen is speaking. I am not speaking. The screen is speaking, and everything is visible in the screen. So how would you feel like? I want to see your comments on this right away. So basically, the fun they had is exactly about, it's focusing on this topic. Technology replacing human beings. So could you think of a world where technology is replacing human beings? So before moving ahead with the session again, how many of you, let me ask you this question, how many of you miss your school? So maybe the time has come. So maybe we are very close to the futuristic setting that is, that has been set in the story by Isaac Asimov. Don't you think so? Because yes, we are now basically studying on, we are studying online. We are not going to our school, and we are, thankfully, I have not been replaced. So you have the human teacher, right? So you have that personal touch till now. But can you think of a time where personal touch will not be there, human teachers will not be there, it would be replaced by a robot? So do you miss your school, guys? Yes or no? So let's now summarize with the help of that. So the story is definitely about that futuristic setting where the students, now there are two characters here, Margie and और एक character का नाम क्या है? Let's Tommy. Yes. So these are the two characters, Margie and Tommy. Right now, Margie is a girl of 11 years of age, and Tommy is a boy of 17 years. Now, it was on the night of 17th May 2057. As I told you, that was the date where the story is, uh, the story is set. So she is saying that actually Tommy found a book, a real book. Now, what is a real book? So nowadays we also hardly use the real books. We all use the PDFs and documents, and we have quite become quite a digitalized person. So here the story opens by Tommy finding a real book, and he found it in the attic of the house. It was his grandfather's book, and Tommy thinks that book is a waste of time compared to the television, and therefore when he gives that book to Margie, he says it's a waste. Just throw it away after you read it. So our television screen it has so many books, right? So here the focus is the difference between the technological advancement, the great advancement of technology. Nowadays we have artificial intelligence and so many technical advancements versus the real school that you also used to go, so that has also become a memory for you, and the fun they had. That means Tommy's grandfather. He's talking about the time when Tommy's grandfather and his generation, they used to go to school, right? So Margie also thought that television was quite better than books. Why? Because definitely Tommy said that this book was about the school. So whenever she hears the word school, she becomes scornful. She hated school. Why? Because the kind of school that she was studying in, that means their generation was studying, that was completely mechanical. There was a mechanical teacher, and there was a slot where she used to put, the test papers, and immediately within seconds, the mechanical teacher used to get them evaluated, right? And the letters were black, large, ugly, without human characteristics. So just as I told you, think of only the screen that you are viewing and not me sitting and explaining you. You just need to read from there. So how would you feel? Or a robot explaining you just mechanically? Would you feel connected? You do feel connected to the human teacher, right? You do give your comments. I try to respond to your comments, and we do connect and interact with each other. But in case of Margie, it was just sitting, and the teacher taught like mechanically, and she used to submit her homework in a slot, and it was evaluated within seconds by the robotic teacher. That was all. So that is why she hated school. So the moment she heard that the book was about school, she immediately started to be scornful, right? And then lessons were shown on a big screen. Questions were asked. As I told you, there was a slot where she used to put that work. And Margie told about the incident when her, when her mother took her to and the robotic teacher to the county inspector. And Margie hoped that the inspector would never, get the teacher back again, because she hated her teacher. I know all of you love your teachers, right? All of you love going to school, right? And you are missing that. But yes, we are, trying to give you some kind of solace, right? Because we all are human teachers. So think of the time when we will also be replaced by mechanical teachers. Would you like that? Right? So Margie hoped the teacher wouldn't know how to put it all together. So once what happened, the history section and the history section got completely, blank, and the geography section. So no, what happened was when Margie's mother took her to the county inspector, it was because the geography section was too enhanced, right? So Margie thought that now the teacher would be taken away. But however, the county inspector, corrected it, because he thought that it was too advanced and he needed to reduce it down. The level was, reduced down. So she remembered once the history section went blank, and then again it had to be fixed. So just imagine, suppose now this screen that you are viewing is goes blank. Suppose there is nothing on this slide, but I am there. I can still tell you something, right? Even though I do not have computer like knowledge. Of course, computer and technology has knowledge of all subject, history, geography, science, physics, A to Z. But obviously humans have limitations. They do not have the knowledge of each and everything. But could you imagine, so there can be a technological glitch and everything can be wiped away in a second. Suppose there is a blank screen, nothing is visible to you. But even if you can see me, if I am visible to you, then I can explain that part to you, right? But in her case, she was completely dependent on a robot. So anything goes blank. If the history section going blank, that is what, again, it needs repair. It needs to be repaired, right? So there, Maggie was doubtful. Why would anybody write about school? And Tommy said that this is not the school that they are right now studying in. This is a real school, real building. Okay, so the and in the old school, a person, a human being, was a teacher. Margie was surprised. How could a man teach children? So that is why what she said, that man had limited knowledge. That is exactly what I was telling you right now. So by that time again, her mother said that it's the time for your school. And Margie again went to the school room. And what was the school room like? Normal room where she was sitting in front of the screen and all the letters were appearing in front of her. And she was sadly trying to think about the book which mentions the school fun that they have. Everyone were gathered. There was a special building where they used to go. There was a man teaching them, and the kind of fun that all of them together had when they were studying the same thing. So here, the chapter talks about everybody. Margie was surprised at how could so many people study, the same thing in the same manner by one single teacher. So Tommy gives him the idea that there was one teacher, one human being who used to teach so many children of the same age and the same thing. And he used to also give some homework. Whereas Margie's school, that was individualized attention, definitely individualized, but she missed the fun of togetherness. She missed the fun of being social. So what is education? Education is not just learning and getting a degree. It is something more. It is about social interaction. It is about the holistic development of personality, which Margie was missing, and the fun that you people also had in school if you try to cherish the memories of your school, right? So thinking about the fun that they must be having in the book that was mentioned, they must be having in the old school. So that is all about the fun they had, and this is about technology replacing human beings. So what could it be like? How dull, how monotonous it would be if technology completely takes away and replaces human being. That is the story all about. So yes, we can definitely get this message that technology, as long as it is serving us, is very good. But the moment it takes the power, the moment technology becomes the powerful and we become the servant of technology, then then it can lead to a disaster, and we are suffering one disaster already. That you would definitely agree, right? So technology cannot replace human beings. Yes, it could aid human beings. Definitely we could be tech savvy. We could use technology to enhance, to support the educational system. But definitely technology cannot replace the human teacher or the human being, right? So that is all about today's session, today's story, the fun they had, right? So that was the theme of the story about education, specifically how future education would become if it is completely computerized and estranged from social interaction. So how would you feel if you, just like the way you are feeling completely, social distancing, maintaining social distance, right, from your friends, not studying together, studying at your home, at your place. So you are lacking that, you are missing that social interaction. Definitely, yes, you have social media, you have everything, but that physical touch, that physical contact, that personal touch, that is missing, that human interaction, that is missing. And think about the time when I can be replaced, we can be replaced by, technological, I mean mechanical teachers. Would you like that? Despite the fact that your, human teachers do not have limitless knowledge like the technological teacher would have, but would they be able to motivate the way we do? Would they be able to guide the way we do? And would they be able to, understand your feelings, your difficulties? So the problem that Margie faced was that the mechanical teacher couldn't understand her feelings, her sentiments. Studying is not just, for the sake of studying. You need to make the lessons interesting. So the lessons were, making, they were dull and boring when it is done by a mechanical teacher. It is done in a mechanical way. So if I do not give you some examples related to your story, suppose I'm not telling you about the school, I'm just teaching you mechanically the summary and the question answers. Would you enjoy the class, guys? Tell me frankly. If I'm not talking about, not quite relating to your the things to your life, would you enjoy my session? Would you enjoy the classes? No, right? So that was exactly what was happening with Margie. She was just sitting there in front of the mechanical teacher, and she just needed to put her homework there in the slot, and that is how she used to not enjoy her sessions at all. So message is definitely the warning against the danger of computerized homeschooling, which deprives children of the benefits of the personal interaction between the teacher and the student, and which is definitely not developing the social skill. As I told you, that skill education is development of skills, not only your cognitive skill, but also your psychomotor, your cognitive skill, that is your emotions, right, your affective domain, everything should, social skills, everything should develop. That is the goal of education. That goal, that wholesome development of personality, is missing in a futuristic education, completely computerized, and the human teachers replacing mechanical teachers. So before ending the session, guys, I would like to ask you one simple question. This is an image. Okay? So what do you think of this image? Any guesses? Who is this? What is this image about? So please post your comments in the comment section and let me read out your comments in the next class. ठीक है बच्चा लोग? So yes, before signing off, please do choose your grade and do subscribe to Vedantu Pro subscription. I'm waiting for all of you to join there. Join me there as well. Choose your grade, choose your board. Check out the details. Click on get subscription. You have 3 types of subscription, as I told you. Just 7 to 10 rupee per class. That is, really reasonable, and all the features designed just to fulfill your needs. So why not mechanical teachers, but of course human teachers, right? Human teachers fulfilling your human needs, taking care of your emotions, taking care of your every field, every area, all the doubts, everything. ठीक है बच्चा लोग? So what you need to do is just visit vdnt.in /ytpro. Code is SWRPRO. And thank you so much for watching the session. And yes, do not forget to hit the like button, guys. New channel hai, please do support us. Please do subscribe to the channel, and you can reach out to me anytime. You know that already, right? So yes, guys, do subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much for watching. Please do hit the like button as you do always.